livelihood, but I will say collectively this roster is awful. Eric, welcome back for 27. Thank you. Yeah, Clay free agent. Clay's my boy. I'm stuck in a weird place with this one. Clay's my boy. Sorry to see it happen. That being said, when you don't make champs. Chronix with a 3-bomb. Thank you. His first 3 of the channel. Thank you, Chronix. Let's get some love in the chat, some sub hype in here. Everyone, thank you for the welcome backs. Don't even really know what I want to do. Part of me just wants to shut down all my social media. The one thing I do say is I don't really like when Clay tweets like this, because if Clay does want to keep playing, and I'm a future teammate of Clay's, I don't really want to see him contemplating retirement. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was retiring, I knew I was going to retire. And if I still had a chance of playing, I wouldn't have said I'm considering retirement, only because I wouldn't want my future teammates to be sitting there wondering if I still have 100% love for it. He backed down on that tweet. Oh, he did? I mean, Clay's always been a tweeter. We all know our boy Eubanks loves the Bluebird app. Yeah, I saw Bose's reply. Yep. To be frank, he got 4 years in a row. Clay got I don't think Clay got this year at all, if I'm being honest. I think Tej and Gwyn were a pretty good sub duo to have in this current gen of the league, and I do not think Clay got. Yeah, obviously hoping the best for Clay. Hope to see him competing at EWC, and that's just what it is, man. You think opt to get into form of champs? I sure hope they do. Yo, Zin, 2 minutes ad right away. Guys, ads are set up on an automatic timer, and we hit a 2,000 sub-apocalypse, man. So you got to bear with me. I just said deranged native's name in a mirror 3 times like he's Bloody Mary. And Neto. All that's left for Boston is Let's Center sub himself in. Yo, Pat Kiss, welcome back for 35. Thank you. Cowboy, welcome back for 24. Welcome back from Italy. Is there a meet and greet at Champs in the works? I have no idea, so I don't really want to say yes and then it might be no. I really don't know. Problem with a gift to Cody. Thank you. Who was the best player in each era? MLG, CWL, and COD League. Okay, before I read these, I'm thinking they're going to give Pro League to Krim, Seth CWL, and Simp COD League. Krim Simp, A Simp. I was pretty spot on with some of the top guys. I have a banging headache. If FaZe drop Draza, where does he even go? Why would they drop Draza? If FaZe don't win champs or EWC, they need to look at the other 3. I think no matter what happens, though, Draza will stay on FaZe. Realistically, I think the odd man out is Celium. I don't know. Shade Tree, welcome back for 4 months. Thank you, Shade. I appreciate you. I actually have no idea what FaZe do if they don't win champs or the EWC. It's a weird one. Because obviously getting the finals is not the issue. They just sometimes struggle to close it out. I think Simp is the best player in the game. I don't know. When do we not talk about FaZe performing in grand finals? I feel like everyone's already talking about FaZe not performing in finals. Vampire with a prime for 3. Yeah, I kind of agree with this, man. I feel like if you can't get If FaZe can't get any of these three players, and I'd be appalled if Ant isn't in green for the rest of his human life. So basically, these two players, I mean, I don't see what FaZe change they would even consider if you can't get Super Hydra. I honestly think Hydra greater than Simp at this point. I mean, I don't think that's a bad opinion. I'm not going to be like, that's a bad opinion. Guys, we're playing Val in a bit. Right now, we're just chatting. And any questions about Italy? Right now, we're just reading Reddit. Obviously, we have a lot to catch up on. I was at 3 a.m. in Italy. I watched our loss to Heretics. So I tried my best to watch some matches in Italy, but it was very hard with the time difference. But I was doing my best. I was the Coliseum. The Coliseum was dope. We were just so hot out, dude. D. Cole with a tier 1 for 4. Welcome back. I think Rome was probably my least favorite out of the 3 locations. I think Positano and Florence were my top 2. And they're 2 very different places, right? Positano was more for like the views, the water, the beach clubs, the boats, the seafood. Florence felt the most like Italy, if that makes sense. Florence felt the most like Italy culture. A lot of shops, a lot of walking, a lot of beautiful architecture. Rome was like an Italian New York City, basically. But Florence was beautiful. Censor thinks he's him. No. Because that rumored roster is not a Moneyball roster. I saw this on Twitter and before anybody asks, I don't have a literal single clue. Bean's trying to get in the breach facility tomorrow. The Fame 1v4? I think I was watching the Fame 1v4. I'm actually very happy for LAG. I think that I love to see LAG make a run like that because it does show that teamwork can make it happen still. Obviously, the league is kind of dominated by top 4 talent and like the highest paid teams and whatnot. It was very cool to see LAG, a team that didn't make a roster change, just fight through it and place top 3. Like, that was really cool. Who's my Rookie of the Year? Oh, this one's tough now. Rookie of the Year is tough because now I think Estriel's a serious player in it. I think it's Abuza or Estriel for me right now. I would go Abuza or Estriel. LAG did make a roster change. I mean, you know what I mean. When was their roster change? I want to read the comments on this, dude. I want to read the comments on this. Guys, I think I'm going to be shameless for like a week. So if anybody has any primes, I nominate myself to receive them. We're on a 44 sub train. We were away in Italy for almost 2 weeks. We've lost 2,000 subscribers. It's the way of the road, man. Pima, welcome back for 29. Thank you. The wedding looked insane. The wedding was beautiful, man. I'm not going to really talk too much about the wedding, I don't think. I feel like it makes sense to let Seth get home and talk about his own wedding before any of us say anything. I'm not sure if anybody else thinks or feels the same way, but I'll talk about Italy generally. I feel like the wedding, Seth can tell you guys about. Big Z with a tier 1 for 24. Welcome back. Thank you. Dreams with a prime for 5. Welcome back. Thank you. Am I going to play Zuma's GTA server? Absolutely. Absolutely. How many subs to talk about the entire wedding? Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. JC with a tier 1 for 5. Welcome back. Thank you. Now we're talking. I do think Arstees over Beans is crazy, and that's not disrespectful to Alec. I just think, like, out of everybody on that roster, I think Beans has a serious argument to be the one guy that you keep, if you're going to keep one. Yo, Rozo with a 5, his 8th of the channel. I need Wozo in this chat room right now. Thank you, Rozo. Shapoopy with a tier 1 for 17. Welcome back, bro. Thank you. I mean, yeah, we don't got to beat the dead horse. I think everyone's roasting this roster. What is this? To be honest, I heard this a few days ago from a reliable source. I didn't really want to tweet the reason publicly as I wasn't sure if it was true or not. But I suppose now it's on the timeline, I may as well. Apparently, there was a meeting between the Boston coaches regarding the roster for this event, and the majority decided it would be best to leave you out for a few reasons. But the main one being, and I quote, there's too much of a risk involved taking Beans, as there's a high chance that he could eat Snoopy. Jesus Christ, dude. I thought it was an actual tweet. I thought it was an actual tweet. Love you, Zenny. You brighten everyone's day. Thank you, bro. Love you too, man. Welcome. Ray has heard from sources that Doug is the de facto GM for Boston at this point.